Ooh. And we go. We is in me. Hmm. So it's just a solo episode or video today. Uh a little nervous, not gonna lie. Don't know what really I'm gonna talk about, but here we are. Playing a game I kinda like, Potions Craft. It's a little indie game. Um it's a relaxing kind of game where I don't have to I don't have to like split my focus too much between talking to y'all and like playing a game. Sometimes I gotta just record those things separately. But this one's a little bit chiller. I like it because it's just the unique mechanics of it is just fun. Um it's probably not everyone's cup of tea, not gonna lie, but I love things like Stardew Valley and like Harvest Moon. So this scratches that itch for sure. Like just harvesting stuff, harvesting things, and like watering plants, doing that motion over and over again until like the end of time. But also, it has this cool like making potions type thing, which is the crafting stuff like and that you could do in like I don't know Legend of Zelda, where you just put a bunch of shit in stuff and then you cook it and you're like cha-ching. But um, yeah. So for me, but it's also like it's so unique. I don't even know if I can even come up with a single game that can like that's even mirrors this. Where like you put stuff in this little like all you harvest the plants that you grow from this like magical garden that has like enchanting properties on each thing. Like basically the magic of it is that it grows things super fast. Oh, I got water. Um and where is it? Where's my watering can? There it is. And it just grows things super fast. Like it's not supposed to probably grow this fast. And then once you do that, once you get all that good to go, you drop certain things that have like, certain properties in it to create a certain effect. Like it could be any kind of effect. Is it just me or is this yeah. Why does it have I don't remember this being a thing before. Hold on. Oh, building mode. Exit. Yeah, I'm not building anything. Okay, so here like you can ground certain things to get a certain effect and then once you put it in there, you do the little like mixy, add some water to like move. Okay, I just gotta just do it because it's hard to like actually explain. But let me see. I'm gonna talk to somebody. Maybe they can like give me an idea what to make. Hi, how are you doing? I'm all good. Want to buy something? Oh, by the way, I need a potion. Can you help me? Show me your goods. What kind of potion you need? Tries to remember something. Ah, there. Yeah, look. I keep walking there and back all the time. I carry my goods, and if there were normal roads everywhere, it wouldn't be a problem. But some of those paths would confound a mountain goat. I've already sprained my ankle several times like that. It makes me lose so much time. How could you make a little potion for me that would make me more agile as I move over the fallen trees and rocks? I will try and bring you more cool wares of all kinds. Cool. Okay. Show me your goods. I don't really like buying decorations, to be honest, unless they have an actual purpose. Like, I already got a watering can. Don't need another one. Mug. This is just to make it look your space look cool. Like, because she doesn't really. There's different merchants that come to your shop, and they sell different types of goods. Like some grow mushroom. I mean, some sell mushrooms. Some sell seeds. Some sell like crystals and stuff. And then, yeah, there's so many different merchants. Some just sell like decorations, and that's not my like. Maybe I'll buy a few, but not my thing. Um, this game, I've already played a bunch of it, and I've already like saved a bunch of recipes. So once you figure out what makes what and what can create a certain thing, certain product, and even create a certain strength of the product, you can actually save that recipe so you don't have to do it all over again, because the process can be kind of like hard and like time consuming. But the process is actually the kind of the fun part at first, and then once you get the hang of it, you kind of don't want to keep doing it. But I'm gonna do this just for an example, just for like if anybody wants to buy this game, I would recommend it if you like this kind of stuff. It's a very unique game. I love it, and to support an indie game developer, that would be amazing. So, I actually don't have my glasses on. I gotta. I'm like, I can't even. Why can't I read? Because I don't got my glasses on. Don't mind me. I'm being a nerd, wiping my glasses with the cloth. I would make fun of my brother for doing that. I'm like, just use your shirt. Why you gotta be a nerd? Now look at me. When I gotta buy my own glasses and actually gotta, and this shit's getting expensive, I'm like, I gotta take care of this stuff. Me doing grown up things. Okay. Ooh, that's way better. Okay, so we got crystals are kind of like they're rare to find. They're more expensive, so you just don't want to use too much of them in your ingredients unless you really gotta. We're trying to. Okay, so this map here is basically where you're. Let me see. Where is the water? Where we start on the map is where the water, the vial of water is, and to get to a specific effect, which this would be healing, this would be frost, and then this would be poison. A potion can have multiples of these like effects in it, and then it becomes its own kind of amalgamation. You can have up to 5 different effects. Some of them can be the same, so you can have like 3 of the same and then 2 of one other kind, or you can have all 5 different ones. So you can mix and match. But basically, the point of this is to actually move this to a specific point so that you can get that effect. And then from there, you got to move it to other effects to get multiple other ones. So it becomes, and to do that, you had to add. See how this specific item has a specific pathway? This one has a specific pathway. And what you put in basically moves it. Once you get the hang of it, it has like its own little tricks that you can kind of like cheat off of, or like not really cheat off of, but you know what I mean, like certain exploits you could kind of use. It's all part of the game, so you might as well use them. There's a when okay, so the X is like the initial move, but if you just put this in there, it will only go up to the X. But if you put the mortal and pestle in, you move it, you actually crush it with the mortal and pestle. You see how the X is actually moving? You can actually stop right there if that's where you want to go. And then you can just boop. Or you could just go all the way. And then you can just use the whole path. So if I wanted to really use frost, I would probably use that path. But if I wanted to just get to the healing area, I'd probably redo that. Go in here and then stop right here, man, right there where I can get kind of close, and then use a different item to get even closer. I only have one of those, or 2 of those. I'm not gonna use that. That one. But actually, I'm gonna sort this by count. Yeah, I have the most of these, so I might as well just use a lot of these. Sometimes I have so many, I just sell them to merchants. Oh, so enough of this. Enough of I guess explaining this. I just been thinking a lot about, um the like my channel and where it's going, like, and just learning how to be a person who does this stuff. I don't want to call myself a YouTuber because that's cringe right now. But I do enjoy making videos, not so much the editing parts. My God, the editing, I'm not built for that. Seriously. A few days, like yesterday, I was just recording myself play a game and corrupted the files by accident because I didn't have enough space on my computer, and I just wasted 3 hours of my life. Thanks a lot. That was that's the mood I was in that day yesterday. But yeah, I've been just trying to figure out where I want the channel to go, what kind of videos I want to make, and like what kind of, like, I don't know. Not so I'm not I don't want to focus too much so much on the impact because I don't know if I really have that much of impact on the world, to be honest. Like, I'm from where I'm at, I'm just a small little person in a big sea of voices, and I just don't really know. You know, I, I don't want to talk too much about like well, not so much that, but it's something about using specifically this example, Charlie Kurt, and how recently the recent events of how he passed. I feel as though it's just messed up to just use his name as a way to like get views. So like I didn't really want to talk about it too much. And I'm not really ever gonna like I'm not gonna like put his like name all over my video or like tag a bunch of shit. I don't know, something, it's just my own moral compass that just doesn't feel right about doing that. But something I just really wanted to talk about because it's really affected me in a lot of ways. And I wanted to be honest about that. And it's affected like my motivation to make videos and to speak my mind about things and all that stuff. And maybe I wanted to talk about it because I feel like maybe because it's obviously affected so many people um in here, and on the internet, in real life. I see it at work. People are like arguing each other at work and debating things, and I don't know. I always wanted to be somebody that like could bring people together and like not so much focus on division, but focus on understanding. Like, I feel like it's so naive and like kind of like immature, I guess, to think that, or like hopeless to think that, like, just by, oh, if we just can just get along and like all like understand each other, the world will be a better place. And like part of me just feels like that's just so fucking, it's like a hopeless, like it's so useless that it's such a useless thing to do at this point, because there's so many people, like the outrage of all of that shit, and how people were just celebrating his death and how fucked up that all is. Like, I don't know. It makes me think of like how did they deal with these things back in the past, like Kennedy's assassination and a bunch of other people's assassinations. Like how are we doing, like how are we doing versus how they were dealing with it? How are we doing it any differently? Are we doing it better? Are we better people? It makes me really question that as a whole. And it's like I can't do anything about the whole greater world, but I can do something about my own self. I could do something maybe in my own small world, in my own small life. I don't think I have much power or influence here or at all, I don't think many people, I don't think anyone's really watching me. And to be honest, maybe that is a gift in disguise. But because I kind of want to keep it mostly anonymous and more of a private life person. But I also, like I said, really love creating things. And like I love to create, which is probably why I like this game, because I'm making little potions and shit. But I just been feeling very much down about how people are reacting, the culture of at least my country, and how we all just seem to just want to hate each other. And it just turns me off from all of it. Like, I don't want to be online, to be honest, like, because like that's where I see it the most. Like I also see it in my day-to-day life, but not to that same extent of like never in my own like life have I ever seen in real life, like not actual like an online life, because that's not real life. Like I don't know, like to some people it might be, but like the real world is out there. We live in it. And the online's part of that real world, but Jesus Christ, man, you need to connect with people on a real level instead of on like in between screens, because it's one of the reasons why I feel like people don't care about human life as much anymore, because people it's easy to just say these things to people that you only ever seen on a screen instead of in real life, you know. But you know, uh I've never seen somebody actually like in real life like celebrate someone's assassination, especially somebody who's legit. I don't believe like he's literally like, I feel like for me, I didn't like. Okay, I'm gonna give you like uh a real what do you call it? I guess I'm gonna give like uh, I'm gonna preface this and give like a real, I guess, my real opinion about like him as a person and his content. I honestly, I agreed with some of the things he said and some of the things I did not agree with. I questioned maybe the way he debated some younger people. It didn't it didn't stick all that right with me. But I don't think he ever had bad intentions. I want to say that first. He didn't have bad intentions, but it felt like it was an unfair debate when it came to kids that were young, like 20s, and he's, a little bit older than them. Um he's older than them and stuff, but I think he's been doing that for since who he's also around their age. So I'm not actually sure. All I know is that I feel as though he was debating kids that didn't really know how to debate properly. And there was some clips I've seen that didn't really give them the benefit of the doubt sometimes, or like the way he debated was more like a gotcha moment sometimes, or he backed them into a specific corner so that they couldn't really like those without the right. He didn't do it unfairly, I would say. It just those without the the tools or the knowledge of how to get out of a specific debate or a specific point, or to be able to clearly lay out their own points. They didn't know how to do it, but I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe that was his whole that's the thing he maybe wanted to do. Maybe he wanted to push these kids to learn how to do it, to really instill critical thinking skills that would really allow them to understand why they believed what they believed, so they can clearly try to defend it and debate it. Because if you believe in something with conviction and you understand why, you can really be able to articulate your points better. But anyway, so there were times where I just felt like, the things I didn't agree with him, a lot of it had to do with, some religious beliefs, being gay is a sin, and like, it like all these different things. Like I'm agnostic, so I don't really have I don't really care about the whole debate of like God or no God, is there a God or whatever. That's not my fight to fight. That's not where I lie on the spectrum. But I'm one of those people that I firmly believe that anybody should and can believe whatever they believe, long as it does not you're not imposing it on others or hurting or trying to hurt others in the process. So for me, I just I had mixed feelings about him, like as a content creator as I saw him, but I full heartedly loved what he was doing. I think because he had the greatest of intentions of free speech, freedom of debate, and that was like the spirit. I feel that's the spirit of America. Being able to respect others based on even if we believe something different. That's something I can really get behind and really admire him for. And that's why it really hurt to see that somebody would kill someone because of that. And that made me really question where we are in society and where we are as a country and culture if people would be celebrating the death of somebody who fought and just he defended those beliefs, and it just made me really sad for a while. It made me question whether or not I should continue making videos a little bit, not too much, but it made me question whether or not I should do it the way I wanted to do it. I even had to uh had to put a video in that I created with my friends into a vault because my friends actually have kind of I wouldn't say extreme views, but their views can be very intense, and even I don't agree with a lot of my friends' views. But that's okay, and I wanted to show that to people, and also my friend Circus. I think we just recorded a video. I don't know if this is gonna be out first or the video is gonna be out first, but in that video, we 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 talk about, I think, what was it? Okay, I just watched a little bit of that video to remember what the frick I was talking about. Oh my god, that ADHD. I'm not actually diagnosed, and maybe I should stop talking about how ADHD I get because I technically have never been diagnosed, but maybe I should get that officially done cuz my god. Um but I will say what I was saying before was like, for instance, for an example, like my some of my friends, they, like I said, they have intense uh viewpoints at times that I don't agree with, that I and like they have like I have a conviction, and like that's not the way I want. Like I strongly disagree with them on some things, and but that's it's not that's no reason to stop being somebody's friend, especially if they have good intentions with those beliefs. Um, and for instance, like, and even just like my friend Circus, like, as you know, he's a big part of this channel here. He has a way about him that like like, he talks about his opinions on things, and they can come off as like really like whoa, out of pocket, like why would you say it like that kind of thing. And in that video, I give a PSA a little bit about, hey, my friend, like this guy, like Circus, has the best of intentions with the things he says. If you ever gave him like some benefit of the doubt and like 10 extra minutes to figure out what he's actually saying, you would actually be super surprised about how wrong you initially thought and the first impressions of what he said were. So like he might say something just very blunt and like kind of like, a little like raw. And then all of a sudden, like you're like somebody's like a normal person or a person who doesn't know him's first reaction would be like, that's appalling, or that's uncalled for. Like you shouldn't, or whoa, that's 0 to 100. That's just way too overboard. And to some extent, that there's some truth to that. But you give him a little bit of benefit of doubt. You ask him a few more questions. He'd be able to uh, explain himself a lot more clearer, and then you might get a different perspective of what he's actually trying to say. And I think that that's something that not a lot of people give people that. And that's the thing I want to show others. And that's probably I talked about this in vaulting that video, not that video, a different video. That the video I'm vaulting uh for different reasons are just that me and Circus were thinking, and we had the conversation of like, hey, maybe YouTube's just not ready for like these kind of conversations yet. And maybe it might we might need to either censor it a lot in order to post it here, or just put it under like put out like a wall over it, like a paywall or like a members only wall, um something of that nature, because I really don't want to censor too much unless it's like, I guess, bad words. But even bad words I kind of don't really want to censor, but it is what it is. um it sucks, you know, not being able to be, not feeling like as though we can't say what we want to say and be our actual selves and be actual representations of actual people in this world, and just having to be that those, and then like having to be those, that quote unquote cringy YouTuber that people, that persona that people put on, you know, in order to get views, or in order to actually like reach a high, reach a better algorithm audience. And you know, I don't care about that. I just care about, I guess, creating a small community that appreciates the things that we do, and like actually, like, you know, has an individual, like an individual's mind. I think I want to just be able to like have people be a person of it, of authenticity and originality, and like um individuality, I guess, not so much originality, but individuality, that we all are free thinkers, and we all come together to like express our own opinions about things, and be, and like we sit with that, like, and we respect that. And I want that to be a thing. I want that to be something that we can all appreciate. And I think that's why lately that his passing really really put put threw me for a loop, and like really affected me in a lot of ways. But I'm still gonna try. I'm still gonna continue making videos, and I'm gonna find a way to be able to put what I want out here to, for others to see, regardless of what other people think. And be my, I think that was one of the things that one of the reasons why I wanted to make videos, is because I wanted to figure out a way to be my authentic self and not care about what other people think about it. And I've been wanting to do that in my own life as well, like just incrementally with small steps to do that. And that's another reason why I wanted to create the podcast, the Learn from Experience podcast, because I believe that people can learn from my experiences, Circus's experiences, and anyone's really experiences. And we could all help each other by sharing what we do and how we live. And also that inadvertently shows that like people have so much diversity. People have so much to them, so much depth to them. And like we shouldn't just be people on a screen to each other. You know? Like, I don't know. At the heart of it, as cheesy as it is, I want us to like connect to each other in a real way, instead of like in a numb zombie like way where we're just consuming things and not really thinking about what we consume, and like caring about each other, you know, kumbaya type shit. Like, I don't, it's just like, it's a fucking, it's like it's one of those like hopeless dreams, you know. I can't really change and affect the whole world, but maybe my small world I can. And that's all I'm trying to do. And I think I've learned in my own life that seeing other people affect and change their own life and own worlds, and seeing that power, it makes me think I can do that too. And I've seen it with my own eyes. So why can't I try doing it? Why can't I do that with my own life? And being able to do that, like, just by being yourself innately, that is fucking cool. I don't know. That shit's just amazing to me. But yeah, so that's that. There's that, you know. There's that part. I don't know if I have too much time left. I should start playing the game a little bit, you know.